The Product Design Award is given to an individual or firm for exceptional work in the design of consumer goods, technology, or home and office furnishings. And this year's finalists are Heath Ceramics and RKS. This year's winner for product design is Continuum. Founded in 1983 by Gianfranco Zaccai, Continuum is a global design and innovation consultancy that strives to improve people's everyday lives. The studio has designed products including the Reebok Pump athletic shoe and the Procter & Gamble Swiffer floor cleaners. Here to present the Product Design Award is Don Goman, Executive Vice President of Research, Design and Development at Herman Miller. Don.
Thank you. The design legacy of Herman Miller is alive and well. Thank you to Gianfranco Zaccai and the team at Continuum. I've had the great fortune and pleasure of getting to know Gianfranco well over the last many years, focusing on some of our not only product work, but strategies for the business. On behalf of the thousands of employees of Herman Miller, and millions more users of Continuum design products and fans of Continuum from around the world, I'd like to congratulate Gianfranco Zaccai and Continuum on this wonderful and well-deserved honor. We're proud of Gianfranco and his firm's achievements. They understand completely how to balance the artful means of problem solving with the science of innovation. Please join me in applauding and welcoming a great designer, fully worthy of this award recognition, Gianfranco Zaccai.
Well, thank you so much. It's quite an honor to be here. And when we started Design Continuum 28 years ago or so, it was basically out of my apartment. And it came as a result of having worked in medical field for a number of years after design school, thinking that an area where design really was not applied and where the need was really great was the area of medical. And there I had the great fortune of working with lots of other designers that weren't called designers. You know, some were called scientists, some were called engineers, some were called just great thinkers. When I started Design Continuum out of my apartment, I had given notice to the company I was working for, and I had two clients. Two big clients, one in the U.S., one in Italy, and I just couldn't handle the work as, just on the available time that I had. So I decided to hire someone. He'd come in the morning, I would go off to work, my day job, give him some assignments to do, come back, and that went on for a couple of months. Well, what I didn't realize in starting the office, which wasn't called Continuum at the time, was that there's such a thing called cash flow. And I had no money. So I used the credit line on my American Express card to pay this person's salary for the first month, because what I didn't know was you do the work, you bill it, you get paid 30, 60, 90 days later. Turns out that American Express is a client of ours now. Now, I don't know if this story helped. It probably didn't hurt. But it's really true. So I think that, when we formed Design Continuum as Design Continuum, it was based on a few simple notions. One was that design is not the activity of one person. Design is the activity of many people working collaboratively. And it starts with really trying to understand the problem, really trying to understand that you design things not to win awards. Awards come as a result of designing things that make a difference in people's lives. And to make a difference in people's lives, they have to make a difference in our clients' lives, because otherwise they'll never get made. and they have to provide value. And they have to provide value in terms of overcoming problems. But they also have to provide value in terms of meeting an emotional need that people have. So we try to look beyond sort of the quantifiable, tangible issue at hand, but also try to understand what's really going on here. What are people striving for in their lives? And is there a way that we can find sort of that sweet spot between, what's emotionally engaging, what's functionally engaging, and what's economically possible? So in order to do that, we need a lot of people that are really smart and really talented, and a lot more talented than I am in many cases. So we have a couple of hundred people in 5 different offices. Some of them are here. Thank you, Harry, Mark, Carmencita. And we need really great clients that are able to bear with us when we say, no, wait a minute, that's not, you're asking us to do this, maybe that's not the right thing to do. Maybe that's not the right problem. Let's just take some time to step back. Let's try to understand what's really going on here. And I can tell you that 20 years ago, they used to scare hell out of people, right? Because they were hiring us to come up with a solution, and they knew what they wanted, and we were supposed to make it pretty. But over time, I think we've helped to make a difference in people's lives. I think we've made a difference in our clients' business. And I think that we've created a place where really talented people can come and work on a level playing field, no matter what their background and training might be. And we try to do that in different parts of the world, different cultural contexts. And I think that one of the great inspirational clients for us has been, in fact, Herman Miller. Because, when you start to work for Herman Miller, with all the frustration that you can have working for Herman Miller, you also realize that there's this great core belief that design makes a difference, that design is innovation, that innovation in its truest form is design, and that there's a moral imperative to do things that are really wonderful. So I'd like to thank our clients, I'd like to thank our employees, I'd like to thank the Cooper-Hewitt, the jury, and everyone who's here. This is really quite an honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Don, and congratulations to Continuum.